Dear students, in this video we will understand and learn how to install CentOS in an Oracle VM VirtualBox. For that, you have to download the Oracle VM VirtualBox first, and also you have to download the image. So first of all, we would like to go to the browser and search for the CentOS image. So if you click it in the browser, search for the CentOS and open the first link where you can find the various projects available by the CentOS. I am interested in CentOS Linux. Once you click, you will get the different types of the Linux flavors that are available for the download. So here I am choosing the 7th version and go to the 64-bit architecture and simply click on that. Once you click on that, it will open with the mirror images link. So these are the closer mirror images from which you can download the CentOS image. You can click on any of the image and here it will open. So this link will open into this particular location where all the ISO files have been stored. So out of which you can choose any of the file. I am choosing this first one. You have to click on this and you have to download this link. Okay. Once you have downloaded with the ISO image, you can search for Oracle VM VirtualBox and click on the first link, and from where you can easily download the VirtualBox version for your system. So you can click and download this. So here I have downloaded the Oracle VM VirtualBox and I have installed it on my machine. So you can now use this VM VirtualBox to install the CentOS image. So for that, you simply use the menu option provided in the Oracle VM VirtualBox. Click on the machines and click on new. Then it will ask you the name of the machines that you would like to assign for this machine. For example, let us give the name CentOS 7. You can see here it has chosen the type as a Linux and version as Red Hat 64-bit. So you can choose any of the type that you would like to install from the type, and you can choose the any version that you would like to install from the version. So I am going with the Red Hat 64-bit. So click on the next. The second pop-up menu is for the memory size, that is the RAM that you have to provide for your virtual machine, and it is recommended to have minimum 1024, that is 1 GB of a RAM. Provided you can extend this level or this RAM size up to this green level. It is totally depending on the RAM size which is available on your machine. So I am extending this up to, let us say, 2048. So that is equal to 2 GB of a RAM. Then simply click on next. Then hard disk, the minimum size which is recommended for the hard disk is 8 GB, and here you have to choose the option create a virtual hard disk now. So we are now creating the virtual hard disk. Then simply click on the create. The next tab appears is a hard disk file type, the file type that you are using for storing the virtual images. It is given as a VirtualBox disk image. So you have to keep this, because whenever you create any virtual machine, that machine storage can be considered as an image. So that's why we have to choose the first option. Then click on the next. Then the storage on the physical hard disk you have to choose as a dynamically allocated. If you make it to the fixed, you may not be able to change the size of the disk that you are using. So that's why it is recommended to choose dynamically allocated and click on next. Then it will automatically choose the file location where all your virtual disk images and related files can be stored. So this is the default path. If you want, you can change it. And here at the bottom, this dragger will allow you to extend the size of your hard disk. So by default it has taken it as 8 GB. Now you can extend this maybe up to some extent. So I am extending this up to, let us say, 20 GB. So 20.13 by default it has taken, and simply click on create. So now you can find the new CentOS image or the operating systems is now available for you in the left hand side pane. But still we have to provide some more configurations, and for that again click on this CentOS and click on the setting. So before starting with the actual installation, we have to provide the initial configuration setting to start the actual installation. So when you click on the setting, you will get the different tabs. Let us select the first tab, that is General. In General tab, it has automatically chosen the basic configuration name, that is CentOS 7 Linux and version. Click on Advanced, that is the second sub tab, and click on the shared clipboard and make it to the bidirectional, and click on the drag and drop and make it to the bidirectional. Description, if you want, you can add, or if you want to make any encryption of this disk, you can enable this checkbox. Then click to the second system tab, where the first tab is the motherboard. It has automatically taken the base memory, the bootloader order, chipset, and the pointing device. Here pointing device, you have to make it to the USB tablet, because you are using the mouse, and if you want to use your mouse on your virtual machine as well as on your foundation machine, you have to change this pointing device to USB tablet. Then processor, you can change it up to the green level, so you can simply click on this dragger and automatically it will increase the size. Then acceleration, we will not making any changes as such. Display also looks good, so we are not making any changes. And in the fourth tab, that is the storage, you have to provide the CentOS image that you have downloaded. So click on the controller IDE and empty disk, then it will ask you to choose the disk. You have to click on this icon and you have to click on the choose a disk file. Then you have to switch to the location where your disk or the image is being stored. So this is the CentOS 7 image that I have downloaded. You have to simply open it and press OK. So once you press OK, that means you have given the initial configuration. Again switch to the left hand side pane, click on this CentOS machine and then click on the start. So when you click on the start, it will start to create the installation drive, and for creating that installation drive, it will again ask you the disk image of CentOS that you have downloaded. So click that image and click on the start. Now it will start to prepare the installation drive, and here you have to choose the first option, start CentOS. Simply click enter, and now it is going to configure, or it is becoming ready for the installation. So once it has been rebooted, it will give you the GNOME setup. So you have to simply click next, skip, and start using the CentOS. And on this, simply close this. This is the GNOME initial videos that will help you, to understand how to use the Linux OS. Then close this, and on the desktop you can find the installed drive that is available for us. So this is the drive that we have prepared. If you double click on this, it will start the initial installation process. Once you double click on this, the Anaconda file will get initiated. That Anaconda file will allow you to start the installation by using the graphical user interface. So that menu will provide you the various options for the installation, such as providing the name and other details of your OS. So here you can choose the language like English, then click continue. So we are now setting up the initial configuration. You have to click similarly on the date and time and check the region and city, which is for India. Then click on done. Then keyboard layout. If you want to make any keyboard of use, for example German or any other, you can change it here. I am using US keyboard, so click done. Then network and host, we will discuss on this later on. So I am not making any changes in the network. So click on done. And you have to provide the installation destination, that is very important. So click on that. So it will automatically choose the location on your hard disk to store all the files related to your virtual machine. So click on done. Now it will automatically store all the configurations that you have provided for the storage. It will automatically choose the location of your hard disk, and now this begin installation tab is enabled. So you can start the installation by clicking on this button. So before that, you have to set the password for the root user, and you have to create the normal user as well. So here, clicking on the root user password, so you can set any password that you want, and you can confirm that password as well. So click on done once you type. Then you have to set or create the normal user. So you being a system administrator, for example, if you are providing some access or security to some user, you have to create some users that can be that are not having all the privileges. So this is a less privileged user known as student, and here the root is the privileged user who can edit, delete, and having some more rights. So this is what the role of the system administrator whenever you are working with any Linux machine. So that's why we have to set all these users. So now it will start the installation, and you have to be a little bit patient, as it takes around 10 to 15 minutes to complete the installation. So before closing that, before completion, there are some other topics also. So we'll wait till it will configure or install the remaining packages. Now once it will complete the whole installation, before going to click on this quit, simply switch to the option here in devices, go to the optical devices or drives and uncheck this CentOS image, and then click on force to unmount and then quit. Once you have quit this, then close this operating system, switch off the machine, click OK, and then again you can start the machine, CentOS, and then click on the start. So now it will start the complete, it will start from the scratch, and still we have to provide one more setting, that is for the license agreement. So now it will start the booting, and once it will boot completely, you have to provide the other options as well. It takes little bit of time to boot, and once it will boot, it will also ask you the further details about the installation. So here you can see that it is asking us the license information. Click on that and accept the license agreement. Click on done. Once you have done with the license agreement, then click on the finish configuration. Now your system is ready to boot from the scratch. That means you have provided or completed the successful installation of CentOS on Oracle VM VirtualBox without using LVM. In the second video, we will see that how we can install. And once you log in, you will get the login screen, and you can log in from the users that you have created. For example, for the not listed means the root user, and you have to provide the password that you have set for the user and sign in to the CentOS. So here you have now successfully logged in to the CentOS. You can open the terminal, clear the screen, increase the font, and you can use this CentOS for any purpose. So this is the initial configuration that it will ask. Click next, skip, and start using. So you can use the Linux command on this now. Close this also and use ls. So now here you can find the terminal is giving you the list of the command in the present working directory. So that is the complete installation of CentOS 7 on Oracle VM VirtualBox. Thank you.